Got paid. The notification hit your phone. You saw the number. And for about 6 seconds, you felt rich. Then you checked your balance. And somehow it already feels like you didn't get paid at all. Wait. How does that happen? You know the exact amount that landed. You did the math when your salary was agreed. You even told yourself this month will be different. But it never is. That feeling right there, that quick flash of relief that evaporates before you even close the app. That's the trap. And there's a number quietly controlling your life that has nothing to do with your paycheck. We'll get to it. But first, you need to see the moment it catches you. Because it doesn't look like being broke. It looks like this. You're in the store. You pick up something small, a shirt, new headphones, nothing crazy. You look at the price. And your brain does this weird calculation. It's not can I afford this? It's can I afford this and still feel okay tomorrow? And the answer is always yes. Until it is. Here's the thing. Most people don't realize this, but feeling rich and being broke aren't opposites. They happen at the exact same time. Think about it this way. You get paid $3,000. Rent is $1,200. Bills are $400. You send $300 home. You're left with $1,100 for 30 days. That's $36 a day. But your brain doesn't see $36 a day. Your brain sees $1,100. And $1,100 feels like room. It feels like I can breathe. It feels like I'm okay for now. So you spend like someone who's okay. Not like someone who has $36 a day. You're not bad with money. You're not reckless. You're just reacting to a feeling, not a fact. And this is where it shifts. Your brain learned money in survival mode. And survival mode has one rule: if there's food today, eat. Because tomorrow isn't promised. That rule made sense when you were 19. When money showed up randomly. When every month started at zero and you weren't sure how it would end. So your brain built a system. 1. When money arrives means threat is gone. 2. Threat is gone, now you feel relax. And 3. Relax equals spend, because the tension is finally off your chest. The problem is, you're not 19 anymore. It still thinks money in account equals danger over. Even when the math says danger is still 28 days away. This isn't laziness. This is what your brain learned. It learned that holding money feels like holding your breath. And spending feels like exhaling. So you exhale. Every time, and here's the hidden part. The trap rewards you for it. You buy the thing. You feel competent, I can provide. You feel safe, I'm not deprived. You feel normal, this is what people do. For 48 hours, you actually do feel rich. Because rich, to your nervous system, isn't a number. Rich is the absence of pressure. Remember that number I mentioned earlier. The one quietly controlling your life. It's not your salary. It's your safe to spend number. And for most people that number is 0. You only feel safe spending when the account looks full enough that the future doesn't exist. $1,100 feels safe. $200 doesn't. Even though $200 on day 3 and $200 on day 28 are mathematically identical. Your brain doesn't do math. It does threat detection. And this is the part nobody says. The trap keeps you broke by giving you just enough to feel non-broke. You're always recovering from last month. You're always celebrating this month. But you're never actually ahead. Because ahead would require you to feel slightly unsafe, on purpose. To keep money. To watch it sit there. To let the pressure build a little, without releasing it. And that feels wrong. Because your whole life, money leaving meant safety was coming. Now I'm telling you, money staying is what makes you safe. You're broke because your brain thinks you're still in danger. And spending is how it turns the alarm off. There was a study out of Princeton. They found that poverty doesn't just reduce money. It reduces bandwidth. When you're worried about money, your IQ effectively drops 13 points. You literally can't think long-term because your brain is using all its energy to solve today. So when that $1,100 hits, your brain doesn't go, invest $200. It goes, finally we can stop thinking. And stopping thinking feels like being rich. But most people don't realize that relief is expensive. It costs you every future version of you that could have used that $200. Think about it this way. If I gave you a backpack with 30 bottles of water for a 30-day hike, you wouldn't drink 10 bottles on day 1 because it feels like a lot. You'd ration because you can see the end. But money doesn't come with bottles. It comes in one big blurry pool. So your brain treats day 1 like day 30 doesn't exist. That's the trap. It's not the spending. It's the time blindness. And this is where it changes. Growth mode starts when you do one unnatural thing. You separate can I from should I, and you add what day is it. You look at $1,100 and you say, okay, that's 30 days, that's $36 a day. If I spend $80 today, I'm stealing from day 12. You make the future real. You give day 12 a name. At first it feels like punishment. Like you're depriving yourself. Like you're going back to being broke. But you're not. You're just feeling the discomfort now, instead of on day 25 when the panic hits. If this is hitting a little too close, if you've been living in that 48-hour rich feeling for years, you'll probably want more of this. The way out isn't budgeting apps, it's rewiring that alarm. Because here's what happens after the shift. You still get paid. You still feel that 6 seconds of relief. But then you pause. And instead of exhaling by spending, you exhale by looking at the plan. By seeing day 30 is covered. By realizing safety isn't in the purchase. Safety is in the knowing. Remember that safe to spend number. The one that used to be 0. You rebuild it. You teach your brain a new rule. I am safe when day 30 is safe, not when my card is full. You start to feel rich on $40 in your account, because you know $2,000 is sitting untouched doing its job buying you time. And that's the flip. Broke people spend to kill anxiety. Wealthy people save to kill anxiety. Same feeling. Opposite action. You don't need more money to escape the trap. You need to see the trap. To catch that moment between I got paid and it's gone. And insert one breath. One question, what day is it? It's not flashy. It won't feel good at first. It'll feel like you're holding your breath. But that pressure, that's not danger. That's you getting ahead for the first time. And once you see it, once you feel what it's like to hit day 20 and still have day 20's money, you can't really go back to how you used to think about money. Because now you know. The trap wasn't your salary. It was the exhale. And next we have to talk about why treating yourself is the most expensive sentence you own.